2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 1, 1 to 15. Anne and Mark are seated at a dining table, a stack of flashcards between them. The air is filled with the sound of pages turning as Anne quizzes Mark in preparation for his citizenship test.
Hey, Mark, ready to dive into part 1 of your civics test prep? We'll go through the first 15 questions today. I'll read each question, give you 3 possible answers, and after you decide, I'll explain the correct answer in detail.
Sounds good, Anne. Let's get started.
Question 1. What did Susan B. Anthony do? A. She fought for women's rights. B. She signed the Declaration of Independence. C. She was the first woman in Congress.
I'll go with A. She fought for women's rights.
Correct. Susan B. Anthony was a key figure in the women's suffrage movement in the 19th century. She co-founded the National Woman Suffrage Association and worked tirelessly to secure the right to vote for women. Although she didn't live to see it happen, her efforts culminated in the passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which granted women the right to vote. Question 2. What is the rule of law? A. Everyone must follow the law. B. Only leaders must follow the law. C. The president is above the law.
I'll go with A. Everyone must follow the law.
That's right. The rule of law is a cornerstone of democracy, ensuring that laws apply equally to everyone, from ordinary citizens to government officials. This principle prevents abuse of power and guarantees accountability within the legal system, maintaining fairness and justice. Question 3. What is one power of the federal government? A. To print money. B. To issue driver's licenses. C. To manage schools.
I'll go with A. To print money.
Correct. The U.S. Constitution grants specific powers to the federal government, including printing and regulating currency. This ensures a standardized monetary system across all states, supporting economic stability and national trade. Question 4. What are the first 3 words of the Constitution? A. We the citizens. B. We the government. C. We the people.
I'll go with C. We the people.
Exactly. We the people represents the idea of self-governance, meaning that the government derives its authority from the citizens. It sets the tone for the Constitution, emphasizing that the power ultimately rests with the people of the United States. Question 5. What does the President's Cabinet do? A. Advises the President. B. Commands the military. C. Writes laws.
I'll go with A. Advises the President.
Correct. The Cabinet is a group of advisors, each overseeing a specific department like defense, education, or homeland security. They provide the President with expert guidance on important decisions, helping shape policies and strategies. Question 6. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? A. The flag. B. The United States. C. The government.
I'll go with B. The United States.
That's correct. When reciting the pledge, we affirm our loyalty to the nation and its principles, such as liberty and justice. The flag symbolizes the unity and values of the United States, making the pledge a powerful expression of patriotism. Question 7. What is the name of the national anthem? A. America the Beautiful. B. The Star-Spangled Banner. C. God Bless America.
I'll go with B. The Star-Spangled Banner.
That's right. The Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812 after he witnessed the American flag still flying over Fort McHenry following a British attack. Its lyrics capture the resilience and spirit of the nation. Question 8. Who was president during World War I? A. Woodrow Wilson. B. Theodore Roosevelt. C. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
I'll go with A. Woodrow Wilson.
Correct. Woodrow Wilson served as president from 1913 to 1921. During World War I, he initially tried to keep the U.S. neutral, but later led the nation into the war in 1917. He also proposed the League of Nations, an early effort to maintain global peace, though the U.S. didn't join it. Question 9. What is the form of government of the United States? A. Democracy. B. Republic. C. Monarchy.
I'll go with B. Republic.
Exactly. The United States is a constitutional republic where citizens elect representatives to make decisions on their behalf. This system ensures that power lies with the people, and laws are created through elected officials, not a monarch. Question 10. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? A. The right to bear arms. B. Freedom of speech. C. The right to vote.
I'll go with B. Freedom of speech.
Correct. The First Amendment guarantees freedoms like speech, religion, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. These rights are essential for maintaining a free and open society where diverse ideas can be expressed. Question 11. What is the capital of the United States? A. New York City. B. Washington, D.C. C. Philadelphia.
I'll go with B. Washington, D.C.
That's right. Washington, D.C. was chosen as the nation's capital in 1790, strategically located between northern and southern states. It houses key government buildings like the White House and the Capitol. Question 12. What did the Declaration of Independence do? A. Freed the slaves. B. Declared independence from Great Britain. C. Established the Constitution.
I'll go with B. Declared independence from Great Britain.
Correct. Written by Thomas Jefferson in 1776, the Declaration of Independence announced the colony's decision to break away from British rule. It outlined grievances against the British monarchy and declared the right to self-governance. Question 13. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? A. To vote in elections. B. To be loyal to the United States. C. To serve as a senator.
I'll go with B. To be loyal to the United States.
That's correct. Citizenship comes with a pledge of allegiance to the country. This promise includes respecting the Constitution and laws and, if necessary, defending the nation. Question 14. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? A. The President. B. Checks and balances. C. The Constitution.
I'll go with B. Checks and balances.
Exactly. The system of checks and balances ensures that the executive, legislative, and judicial branches can limit each other's powers. For example, Congress can pass laws, but the president can veto them, and the Supreme Court can review their constitutionality. Question 15. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? A. John Roberts. B. Clarence Thomas. C. Sonia Sotomayor.
I'll go with A. John Roberts.
Correct. John Roberts has been the Chief Justice since 2005. As the leader of the Supreme Court, he presides over cases that shape the interpretation of the Constitution and federal law. Great job, Mark. You're really understanding these topics. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Anne. Your explanations make it so much easier to remember everything. Let's keep going next time.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 2, 16 to 30. Anne and Mark are back at the same dining table, with their flashcards spread out. A sense of accomplishment lingers in the air after their productive first session. Mark seems more confident, but Anne knows the next set of questions will challenge him further.
Hi again, Mark. How do you feel about continuing with Part 2 today?
Pretty good. Thanks to your detailed explanations last time, I feel like I'm starting to grasp this. What's next?
Great to hear. Today, we'll go through questions 16 to 30. Like before, I'll ask the question, give you 3 choices, and explain the answer. Ready?
Let's do this.
Question 16. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? A. Franklin Roosevelt. B. Herbert Hoover. C. Harry Truman.
I'll go with A. Franklin Roosevelt.
Correct. Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR, was president from 1933 to 1945. He led the nation through the Great Depression with programs like the New Deal, which provided jobs and economic relief. During World War II, he helped shape the Allied strategy, though he passed away shortly before the war ended. Question 17. What is the economic system in the United States? A. Market economy. B. Command economy. C. Mixed economy.
I'll go with A. Market economy.
That's right. A market economy allows businesses and individuals to make most economic decisions, with supply and demand driving the market. However, the U.S. economy is also considered mixed because the government regulates certain industries to protect consumers and ensure fairness. Question 18. Name one branch or part of the government. A. The Supreme Court. B. The President. C. Both A and B.
I'll go with C. Both A and B.
Exactly. The U.S. government has three branches: the legislative branch, Congress, the executive branch, led by the president, and the judicial branch, led by the Supreme Court. Each branch plays a unique role and balances the others to prevent one from becoming too powerful. Question 19. What is one power of the states? A. To print money. B. To issue driver's licenses. C. To declare war.
I'll go with B. To issue driver's licenses.
Correct. States are responsible for many local matters, like issuing driver's licenses, regulating education, and managing public safety. These powers are separate from those granted to the federal government. Question 20. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? A. Life and liberty. B. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion. C. The right to bear arms and freedom of assembly.
I'll go with A. Life and liberty.
That's right. The Declaration of Independence lists life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as unalienable rights, meaning they cannot be taken away. These principles form the foundation of America's belief in individual freedom and equality. Question 21. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? A. The Senate and the House of Representatives. B. The Supreme Court and the President. C. The legislative and judicial branches.
I'll go with A. The Senate and the House of Representatives.
Correct. Congress is the legislative branch divided into two chambers. The Senate has 100 members, 2 from each state, while the House has 435 members based on state populations. Together, they create and pass federal laws. Question 22. What is freedom of religion? A. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. B. You must follow the government's religion. C. You can only practice Christianity.
I'll go with A. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
Exactly. Freedom of religion, guaranteed by the First Amendment, ensures that people can choose their religious beliefs or decide not to follow any religion without government interference. Question 23. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? A. Alaska. B. Puerto Rico. C. Louisiana.
I'll go with C. Louisiana.
Correct. Known as the Louisiana Purchase, this land acquisition doubled the size of the United States. It stretched from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains and was purchased from France for $15 million under President Thomas Jefferson. Question 24. What is the name of the President of the United States now? A. Joe Biden. B. Donald Trump. C. This depends on current updates.
I'll go with B. Donald Trump.
Correct. Donald Trump is currently the President of the United States, having been elected as the 45th President and now serving his second term. It's important to note that the answer to this question can change with each election cycle, so always verify the current president before your test. Question 25. Who did the United States fight in World War II? A. Japan, Italy, and Germany. B. Russia, China, and Japan. C. France, Spain, and Germany.
I'll go with A. Japan, Italy, and Germany.
Correct. During World War II, the U.S. was part of the Allied powers, fighting against the Axis powers, which included Japan, Italy, and Germany. The war reshaped the global political landscape and established the U.S. as a world leader. Question 26. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? A. He freed the slaves. B. He signed the Constitution. C. He led the U.S. in World War I.
I'll go with A. He freed the slaves.
That's right. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, declaring that all enslaved people in Confederate states were free. This was a crucial step toward ending slavery in the U.S. and solidifying Lincoln's legacy as the great emancipator. Question 27. Name one state that borders Canada. A. California. B. New York. C. Texas.
I'll go with B. New York.
Correct. New York is one of several states bordering Canada. Others include Michigan, Washington, and Vermont. The border is the longest international boundary in the world. Question 28. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? A. April 15th. B. March 15th. C. May 15th.
I'll go with A. April 15th.
That's correct. April 15th is the annual deadline for filing federal income taxes, unless it falls on a weekend or holiday, in which case the deadline is adjusted. Filing on time is a key responsibility of U.S. residents. Question 29. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? A. The Pacific Ocean. B. The Atlantic Ocean. C. The Indian Ocean.
I'll go with B. The Atlantic Ocean.
That's right. The Atlantic Ocean lies along the eastern seaboard of the U.S., bordering states like Florida, New York, and Maine. It has historically been vital for trade and exploration. Question 30. Name one U.S. territory. A. Puerto Rico. B. Hawaii. C. Alaska.
I'll go with A. Puerto Rico.
Correct. Puerto Rico is one of several U.S. territories, alongside places like Guam and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Territories are under U.S. sovereignty but don't have the same representation in Congress as states do. Fantastic work, Mark. You're doing a great job keeping up with the questions.
Thanks, Anne. These explanations are really helping everything click.
Glad to hear it. Let's pick this up with part 3 next time. You're well on your way to acing the test.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 3, 31 to 45. Anne and Mark are back at the library, sitting in a cozy corner surrounded by more flashcards and a growing sense of accomplishment. Mark has been practicing consistently and feels a noticeable improvement in his confidence. Anne is ready to guide him through the next set of questions.
Hey Mark, how are you feeling about the questions so far? Ready for part 3?
Definitely. Your detailed explanations are really helping me understand not just the answers, but also the context behind them. Let's keep the momentum going.
Awesome. Today we'll go through questions 31 to 45. You know the drill. 3 choices for each question, and then we'll go over the correct answer in detail. Question 31. How many amendments does the Constitution have? A. 27, B. 10, C. 50.
I'll go with A. 27.
Correct. The Constitution currently has 27 amendments. These include the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments, and others like the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, and the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote. Question 32. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? A. Kamala Harris. B. Mike Pence. C. J.D. Vance.
I'll go with C. J.D. Vance.
The current vice president is J.D. Vance, who took office with the current administration. It's essential to check the most recent information, as the vice president can change with each election. Question 33. Who signs bills to become laws? A. The Speaker of the House. B. The President. C. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
I'll go with B. The President.
Correct. Once Congress passes a bill, the President reviews it. If the President approves, they sign it into law. If not, they can veto it, sending it back to Congress for possible revision or override. Question 34. Name one state that borders Mexico. A. Florida. B. California. C. Nevada.
I'll go with B. California.
That's right. California is one of 4 states bordering Mexico, along with Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. These states share cultural and economic ties with their southern neighbor. Question 35. How many U.S. senators are there? A. 50. B. 100. C. 435.
I'll go with B. 100.
Correct. Each state has 2 senators, regardless of its population. This equal representation ensures that every state has a voice in the Senate, balancing the House of Representatives, where representation is based on population. Question 36. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? A. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion. B. The right to bear arms and the right to vote. C. Freedom to drive and freedom of education.
I'll go with A. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
Exactly. These rights, guaranteed by the First Amendment, protect individual expression and the ability to practice or not practice a religion. They are foundational freedoms in American democracy. Question 37. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. A. The Ohio River. B. The Mississippi River. C. The Colorado River.
I'll go with B. The Mississippi River.
Correct. The Mississippi River stretches over 2,300 miles, making it one of the longest rivers in the U.S. The other is the Missouri River, which is even longer at 2,341 miles. Both are vital for transportation, agriculture, and trade. Question 38. Who is in charge of the executive branch? A. The President. B. The Chief Justice. C. The Speaker of the House.
I'll go with A. The President.
That's right. The executive branch, led by the President, enforces the laws passed by Congress. It also includes the Vice President and Cabinet members, who oversee various departments and agencies. Question 39. What does the Constitution do? A. Sets up the government. B. Declares independence from Britain. C. Divides state boundaries.
I'll go with A. Sets up the government.
Correct. The Constitution establishes the framework for the U.S. government, dividing it into 3 branches and outlining their powers. It also protects individual rights and ensures the government operates within its limits. Question 40. What is one reason colonists came to America? A. Freedom. B. To escape World War I. C. To join the United Nations.
I'll go with A. Freedom.
Exactly. Colonists sought freedom for various reasons, including religious liberty, economic opportunities, and escaping political persecution. These motivations laid the groundwork for the values the U.S. holds today. Question 41. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? A. 18 and older. B. 21 and older. C. 16 and older.
I'll go with A. 18 and older.
That's right. The 26th Amendment lowered the voting age to 18, recognizing the contributions of young Americans, especially during the Vietnam War era, when many were being drafted but couldn't vote. Question 42. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? A. The Secretary of Defense. B. The President. C. The Chief Justice.
I'll go with B. The President.
Correct. The President has the authority to lead the military, but only Congress can declare war. This balance ensures civilian oversight of the armed forces while preventing misuse of power. Question 43. Who makes federal laws? A. The President. B. Congress. C. The Supreme Court.
I'll go with B. Congress.
Exactly. Congress, composed of the Senate and House of Representatives, is the legislative branch. They create and pass laws, which the President then signs or vetoes. Question 44. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? A. George Washington. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. Benjamin Franklin.
I'll go with B. Thomas Jefferson.
That's correct. Thomas Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. It was adopted on July 4, 1776, and outlined the colony's reasons for separating from British rule. Question 45. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? A. Kevin McCarthy. B. Mike Johnson. C. Nancy Pelosi.
I'll go with B. Mike Johnson.
Correct. As of now, Mike Johnson serves as the Speaker of the House. The Speaker leads the House of Representatives and plays a critical role in shaping legislation and guiding the legislative agenda. Another strong round, Mark. You're becoming a pro at this.
Thanks, Anne. I'm feeling more confident with every session. These explanations really make the information stick.
That's the goal. Let's pick up with part 4 next time and keep building on your progress.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 4, 46 to 60. Anne and Mark are seated at a sunny park bench this time, taking a break from the usual study spots. Mark has brought along a thermos of coffee, while Anne flips through her stack of flashcards, ready to continue their practice.
What a nice change of scenery. Are you ready for part 4, Mark? We're halfway through now.
Absolutely. These sessions have been so helpful. I can't wait to tackle the next batch of questions.
Great to hear. Today, we'll focus on questions 46 to 60. Just like before, I'll give you 3 options, and explain the answer in detail. Let's go. Question 46. Who was the first president? A. George Washington. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. John Adams.
I'll go with A. George Washington.
Correct. George Washington was the first president of the United States, serving from 1789 to 1797. He set many precedents for the role, including the 2-term limit, and is often called the father of his country. Question 47. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? A. Declared independence from Britain. B. Freed the slaves in Confederate States. C. Established the Constitution.
I'll go with B. Freed the slaves in Confederate States.
That's right. Issued by Abraham Lincoln in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation declared that enslaved people in Confederate States were free. While it didn't end slavery outright, it was a significant step toward abolition and shifted the Civil War's focus to human rights. Question 48. What is the supreme law of the land? A. The Declaration of Independence. B. The Constitution. C. The Bill of Rights.
I'll go with B. The Constitution.
Correct. The Constitution is the highest authority in the United States. It establishes the government's structure, outlines its powers, and guarantees rights to the people. No law can override it. Question 49. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. A. The Civil War. B. World War I. C. The Korean War.
I'll go with A. The Civil War.
Exactly. The Civil War was fought from 1861 to 1865 between the Union, the North, and the Confederacy, the South. It centered on issues like slavery and states' rights, ultimately leading to the abolition of slavery. Question 50. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? A. Serve on a jury and vote. B. Write to a senator and join the military. C. obey traffic laws, and attend school.
I'll go with A. Serve on a jury and vote.
Correct. Participating in a jury is a civic duty, while voting is both a right and a responsibility. Other ways include contacting elected officials, campaigning, and even running for office. Question 51. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? A. July 4th, 1776. B. September 17th, 1787. C. April 19th, 1775.
I'll go with A. July 4th, 1776.
That's right. Independence Day, celebrated on July 4th, marks the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, a document that proclaimed the colonies' freedom from British rule and outlined their grievances against King George III. Question 52. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. A. The American Revolution. B. The Civil War. C. The Spanish-American War.
I'll go with B. The Civil War.
Correct. The Civil War was a conflict over issues like slavery and states' rights. It led to significant changes, including the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery across the United States. Question 53. What are two cabinet-level positions? A. Secretary of Education and Attorney General. B. Vice President and Secretary of Agriculture. C. Both A and B.
I'll go with C. Both A and B.
Exactly. The cabinet advises the president and includes leaders of executive departments like the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, and the Attorney General, as well as the Vice President. Question 54. What are the two major political parties in the United States? A. Democratic and Republican. B. Green and Libertarian. C. Federalist and Whig.
I'll go with A. Democratic and Republican.
Correct. The Democratic and Republican parties dominate U.S. politics today. The Democratic Party generally emphasizes social equality and government intervention, while the Republican Party often focuses on limited government and free market policies. Question 55. Who is the father of our country? A. Thomas Jefferson. B. Abraham Lincoln. C. George Washington.
I'll go with C. George Washington.
That's right. George Washington earned this title for his leadership during the Revolutionary War and his role in shaping the new nation as its first president. Question 56. What does the judicial branch do? A. Makes laws. B. Reviews laws. C. Commands the military.
I'll go with B. Reviews laws.
Correct. The judicial branch, led by the Supreme Court, interprets laws to ensure they are consistent with the Constitution. This process, known as judicial review, acts as a check on legislative and executive powers. Question 57. What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? A. The Declaration of Independence. B. The Bill of Rights. C. The Articles of Confederation.
I'll go with B. The Bill of Rights.
Correct. The Bill of Rights includes fundamental freedoms like freedom of speech, religion, and the press, as well as protections against government overreach, such as the right to a fair trial and protection from unreasonable searches. Question 58. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. A. Aztec. B. Cherokee. C. Inuit.
I'll go with B. Cherokee.
That's right. The Cherokee are one of many Native American tribes with a rich history and culture. They played a significant role in U.S. history, particularly during events like the Trail of Tears. Question 59. What is the highest court in the United States? A. The Court of Appeals. B. The Supreme Court. C. The Federal District Court.
I'll go with B. The Supreme Court.
Correct. The Supreme Court is the highest judicial authority, with 9 justices who resolve disputes involving federal law and the Constitution. Its decisions set important legal precedents. Question 60. Why do some states have more representatives than others? A. Because of the state's size. B. Because of the state's population. C. Because of the state's location.
I'll go with B. Because of the state's population.
Exactly. The number of representatives a state has in the House is based on its population. Larger states like California have more representatives, while smaller states like Wyoming have fewer. Great job, Mark. You're getting sharper with every session.
Thanks, Anne. I'm starting to feel like I can really do this. I can't wait to tackle the next part.
Me too. We're almost there. Next time, Part 5.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 5, 61 to 75. Anne and Mark are back at the library for another study session. This time, they're in a quieter corner, armed with coffee and snacks. The sense of progress is palpable, and Mark seems more at ease with each round of questions.
Hey, Mark, can you believe we're already at Part 5? You've been doing so well with these questions.
Thanks, Anne. I can feel the improvement. Let's keep it going. I'm ready for the next set.
Great. Today we'll focus on questions 61 to 75. Like always, I'll ask the questions, give you 3 options, and explain the answers in detail. Let's dive in. Question 61. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. A. World War II. B. The Civil War. C. The War of 1812.
I'll go with A. World War II.
Correct. World War II was fought from 1939 to 1945, with the U.S. joining in 1941 after the attack on Pearl Harbor. It was a global conflict between the Allies and the Axis powers, and the U.S.'s involvement helped shape the post-war world order. Question 62. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? A. The Constitution was written. B. The Declaration of Independence was signed. C. The Civil War ended.
I'll go with A. The Constitution was written.
That's right. The Constitutional Convention took place in 1787 in Philadelphia. Delegates from the states came together to draft the Constitution, which replaced the Articles of Confederation and established a stronger federal government. Question 63. Why does the flag have 50 stars? A. Because there are 50 states. B. Because there were 50 original colonies. C. Because it symbolizes 50 years of independence.
I'll go with A, because there are 50 states.
Correct. Each star represents one of the 50 states in the Union. The flag's design evolves whenever a new state is added, with Hawaii being the most recent addition in 1959. Question 64. When was the Constitution written? A. 1776. B. 1787. C. 1800.
I'll go with B, 1787.
That's right. The Constitution was drafted during the Constitutional Convention in 1787 and became the foundation of the United States government. It's the oldest written national constitution still in use today. Question 65. Who is the governor of your state now? A. This varies by state. B. Joe Biden. C. Kamala Harris.
I'll go with A. This varies by state.
Correct. The governor of your state depends on where you live. Before your test, make sure to find out the current governor's name so you're prepared to answer this question accurately. Question 66. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? A. Serve in the military. B. Vote in a federal election. C. Pay taxes.
I'll go with B. Vote in a federal election.
Correct. While many people living in the U.S. can participate in certain civic duties, only U.S. citizens have the right to vote in federal elections. Voting is both a privilege and a responsibility in a democracy. Question 67. When must all men register for the Selective Service? A. At age 16. B. At age 18. C. At age 21.
I'll go with B. At age 18.
That's right. By law, all male U.S. citizens and immigrants living in the U.S. must register for the Selective Service at age 18. This registration ensures that the government can organize a draft if needed, though the U.S. hasn't had a draft since 1973. Question 68. Who vetoes bills? A. The Speaker of the House. B. The President. C. The Chief Justice.
I'll go with B. The President.
Correct. The President has the power to veto or reject bills passed by Congress. However, Congress can override a veto with a 2/3 majority vote in both the House and Senate. Question 69. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? A. The Declaration of Independence. B. The Articles of Confederation. C. The Bill of Rights.
I'll go with C. The Bill of Rights.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights, added in 1791, guarantees individual freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, and the right to a fair trial. It's a cornerstone of American democracy. Question 70. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? A. The Atlantic Ocean. B. The Pacific Ocean. C. The Arctic Ocean.
I'll go with B. The Pacific Ocean.
That's correct. The Pacific Ocean lies along the western coast of the United States, bordering states like California, Oregon, and Washington. It's the largest ocean in the world. Question 71. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? A. 7, B. 9, C. 12.
I'll go with B. 9.
Correct. The Supreme Court consists of 9 justices, 1 Chief Justice, and 8 Associate Justices. This odd number helps prevent tie decisions in cases. Question 72. What is the political party of the president now? A. Republican. B. Democratic. C. This depends on current updates.
I'll go with C. This depends on current updates.
That's right. The political party of the president depends on the administration at the time of your test. Make sure you know who the current president is and their party affiliation before your test. Question 73. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? A. 4, B. 6, C. 2.
I'll go with B. 6.
Correct. Senators serve 6-year terms, allowing them to focus on long-term policies. However, elections are staggered so that approximately 1/3 of the Senate is up for election every 2 years. Question 74. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? A. Europeans. B. Africans. C. Native Americans.
I'll go with B. Africans.
That's right. Africans were forcibly brought to America through the transatlantic slave trade and sold into slavery. Slavery played a tragic and significant role in U.S. history, leading to centuries of struggle for equality and justice. Question 75. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? A. He fought for civil rights. B. He was the first African American president. C. He wrote the Declaration of Independence.
I'll go with A. He fought for civil rights.
Correct. Martin Luther King Jr. was a leader of the civil rights movement, advocating for racial equality through nonviolent protests. His efforts led to landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Fantastic work, Mark. You're getting so much better at these questions.
Thanks, Anne. I can't believe how much I've learned so far.
I'm proud of you. We're almost at the finish line. Next time, we'll tackle part 6 and keep this momentum going.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test, Part 6, 76 to 90. Anne and Mark are sitting on Anne's porch this time, enjoying the late afternoon sun. Mark seems more confident than ever, sipping a cup of tea as Anne shuffles her stack of flashcards. They both know they're nearing the end of their study sessions, and the sense of accomplishment is evident.
Mark, I can't believe we're already on part 6. You've come such a long way since we started. How are you feeling about everything?
Honestly, I'm feeling great. It's amazing how much I've learned in these sessions. Let's keep it going. I'm ready to finish strong.
That's the spirit. Today, we'll go through questions 76 to 90. Like always, I'll ask the questions, give you 3 options, and explain the answers in detail. Let's dive in. Question 76. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? A. The stock market crash. B. Terrorists attacked the United States. C. Hurricane Katrina struck the U.S.
I'll go with B. Terrorists attacked the United States.
Correct. On September 11, 2001, terrorists from the extremist group Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airplanes. 2 planes struck the World Trade Center in New York City, 1 hit the Pentagon, and another crashed in Pennsylvania after passengers intervened. This tragic event led to significant changes in U.S. security policies. Question 77. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? A. Because there were 13 colonies. B. Because there are 13 amendments. C. Because it was designed in 1913.
I'll go with A. Because there were 13 colonies.
That's right. The 13 stripes represent the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Britain in 1776. The red and white stripes symbolize courage, purity, and perseverance. Question 78. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? A. This depends on where you live. B. Kamala Harris. C. Mitch McConnell.
I'll go with A. This depends on where you live.
Correct. The U.S. Senate has 2 senators from each state. Before your test, be sure to look up the names of your state's current senators. Question 79. What is the name of the President of the United States now? A. Joe Biden. B. Donald Trump. C. This depends on current updates.
I'll go with B. Donald Trump.
Correct. Donald Trump is currently serving as the 45th President of the United States. It's important to note that the answer to this question can change with each election cycle, so always verify the current president before your test. Question 80. What is an amendment? A. A change to the Constitution. B. An addition to the Declaration of Independence. C. A federal law.
I'll go with A. A change to the Constitution.
Correct. Amendments are changes or additions to the Constitution. There are currently 27 amendments, including the first 10, which are known as the Bill of Rights. Question 81. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? A. Europeans. B. Native Americans. C. Africans.
I'll go with B. Native Americans.
That's right. Native Americans were the original inhabitants of the land that became the United States. They had diverse cultures, languages, and traditions long before European settlers arrived. Question 82. Why did the colonists fight the British? A. Because of high taxes. B. Because Britain supported slavery. C. Because they wanted to join Canada.
I'll go with A. Because of high taxes.
Correct. The colonists fought the British over issues like high taxes without representation in Parliament, restrictions on trade, and the desire for self-governance. These tensions culminated in the Revolutionary War. Question 83. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? A. 100. B. 435. C. 50.
I'll go with B. 435.
That's right. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members, with the number of representatives for each state based on its population. This ensures proportional representation. Question 84. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? A. He was a U.S. diplomat. B. He was the first president of the United States. C. He wrote the Constitution.
I'll go with A. He was a U.S. diplomat.
Correct. Benjamin Franklin was a key figure in American history. He was a diplomat, inventor, and one of the founding fathers. His diplomatic efforts in securing France's support during the Revolutionary War were crucial to the colony's victory. Question 85. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? A. The Speaker of the House. B. The Vice President. C. The Secretary of State.
I'll go with B. The Vice President.
Exactly. If the president is unable to serve, the vice president assumes the role. This line of succession is outlined in the Constitution and ensures continuity of leadership. Question 86. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? A. The Secretary of Defense. B. The Speaker of the House. C. The Chief Justice.
I'll go with B. The Speaker of the House.
Correct. The Speaker of the House is next in line after the Vice President. This ensures a clear line of succession, which is crucial for maintaining stability in government. Question 87. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? A. Slavery. B. Communism. C. Environmental issues.
I'll go with B. Communism.
That's right. The Cold War was a period of tension between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, centered on ideological differences between democracy and communism. It led to events like the Cuban Missile Crisis and the arms race. Question 88. There were 13 original states. Name 3. A. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. B. California, Texas, Florida. C. Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan.
I'll go with New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire.
Correct. These were 3 of the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Britain in 1776. Others include Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Massachusetts. Question 89. Name 2 national U.S. holidays. A. Thanksgiving and Christmas. B. Veterans Day and Easter. C. Memorial Day and Halloween.
I'll go with A. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Correct. Thanksgiving, celebrated in November, and Christmas, celebrated on December 25th, are two widely observed national holidays in the U.S. They're times for reflection, gratitude, and celebration. Question 90. What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? A. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion. B. The right to bear arms and the right to vote. C. Freedom of movement and freedom to own property.
I'll go with A. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
Correct. These rights, protected by the First Amendment, apply to everyone in the U.S., regardless of citizenship. They're fundamental to the nation's values of liberty and equality. Amazing job, Mark. You're really nailing these questions.
Thanks, Anne. Your explanations make everything so much clearer.
One more round to go, and you'll be ready for your test. I'm so proud of how far you've come.
2025. 100 Civics Questions 1 Easy Answer US Citizenship, 2008 Civics Test. Final. 91-100 plus 5. Anne and Mark are back at the dining table, where it all began. A mix of excitement and nervousness fills the air as they prepare to tackle the final part of their study. The flashcards are neatly arranged, and Mark looks determined to finish strong.
Mark, can you believe it? We've reached the final part of your study. You've done so well, and I'm really proud of how much effort you've put in.
Thanks, Anne. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm excited to wrap this up and feel completely prepared for my test.
Let's make it a strong finish. Today, we'll go through questions 91 to 100 and add 5 new ones at the end to make sure you're as ready as possible. Same process, 3 options, your answer, and detailed explanations. Let's do this. Question 91. Describe one of the 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. A. Any citizen can vote. B. Only citizens over 25 can vote. C. Only male citizens can vote.
I'll go with A. Any citizen can vote.
Correct. The Constitution has several amendments that expand voting rights. For example, the 15th Amendment prohibits voting discrimination based on race. The 19th Amendment grants women the right to vote, and the 26th Amendment lowers the voting age to 18. Question 92. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? A. Only the people who voted for them. B. All people of the state. C. Only the people of the capital city.
I'll go with B. All people of the state.
That's right. Senators represent everyone in their state, regardless of political party or whether someone voted for them. This ensures they work for the benefit of all their constituents. Question 93. What is the capital of your state? A. This varies by state. B. Washington, D.C. C. New York City.
I'll go with A. This varies by state.
Correct. Each state has its own capital city where its government is based. Make sure you know the capital of your state before your test. Question 94. What is the political party of the president now? A. Democratic. B. Republican. C. This depends on current updates.
I'll go with C. This depends on current updates.
Exactly. Always check the political affiliation of the current president before your test to ensure you provide the correct answer. Question 95. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general in which war? A. World War I. B. The Korean War. C. World War II.
I'll go with C. World War II.
Correct. Dwight D. Eisenhower was the Supreme Allied Commander during World War II. He led the successful D-Day invasion and later became the 34th President of the United States. Question 96. We elect a president for how many years? A. 2. B. 4. C. 6.
I'll go with B. 4.
That's right. The president serves a 4-year term and can be re-elected once for a maximum of 2 terms. This limit was set by the 22nd Amendment after Franklin Roosevelt's presidency. Question 97. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? A. The Civil Rights Movement. B. The Suffrage Movement. C. The Labor Movement.
I'll go with A. The Civil Rights Movement.
Correct. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s aimed to end segregation and racial discrimination, leading to landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Question 98. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. A. Thomas Jefferson. B. John Jay. C. Benjamin Franklin.
I'll go with B. John Jay.
That's right. John Jay, along with Alexander Hamilton and James Madison, wrote the Federalist Papers to advocate for the ratification of the Constitution. These essays explained and defended the principles behind the new government structure. Question 99. What is the capital of the United States? A. Philadelphia. B. New York City. C. Washington, D.C.
I'll go with C. Washington, D.C.
Correct. Washington, D.C. has been the capital since 1800. It's home to the White House, the Capitol, and the Supreme Court, making it the heart of the U.S. government. Question 100. In what month do we vote for president? A. October. B. November. C. December.
I'll go with B. November.
That's right. Presidential elections are held in November every 4 years, on the first Tuesday after the first Monday. This timing was chosen to accommodate 19th century agricultural schedules. New question 101. What is one right only for United States citizens? A. Freedom of speech. B. Freedom to vote in a federal election. C. Freedom of religion.
I'll go with B. Freedom to vote in a federal election.
Correct. Only U.S. citizens can vote in federal elections, such as those for president or members of Congress. This right is one of the cornerstones of citizenship. New question 102. What does the Declaration of Independence say about government? A. Governments get their power from the people. B. Governments can rule without consent. C. Governments are chosen by the military.
I'll go with A. Governments get their power from the people.
That's right. The Declaration of Independence asserts that governments derive their power from the consent of the governed, emphasizing the importance of democracy and representation. New question 103. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. A. The Vietnam War. B. The American Revolution. C. The War of 1812.
I'll go with A. The Vietnam War.
Correct. The Vietnam War, fought from the 1950s to 1975, was part of the Cold War conflict against communism. It had a profound impact on U.S. society and foreign policy. New question 104. What is the purpose of the U.S. Constitution? A. To establish the framework of government. B. To declare independence from Britain. C. To create state laws.
I'll go with A. To establish the framework of government.
Exactly. The Constitution outlines how the government functions, including the powers of the three branches and the rights of the people. It is the foundation of American democracy. New question 105. Who can veto a bill? A. The Supreme Court. B. The Vice President. C. The President.
I'll go with C. The President.
Correct. The President can veto a bill passed by Congress, preventing it from becoming law unless Congress overrides the veto with a 2/3 majority in both chambers. Mark, you did it. You've gone through all 100 questions and even tackled some extras. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. I can't thank you enough, Anne. This has been such a great experience.
You're so welcome. I have no doubt you're going to ace your test. I'm so proud of you.